Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can all hear me very well. My name is Chinaza Favour, and I don't know if he has done justice to this, but I'm the founder of Gem Expert Solutions. Yeah, we are a company that focuses on 3 core areas: communications, leadership, and social etiquette and elegance. But for now, we're focusing on the communications part. And just like you said, early on, I just concluded actually a 6-week program with some students of the educational arm of our company, where one of the things I taught them was how to leverage social media to grow their brand. And today, you'll be getting for free what people pay 30,000 to get. Okay, so I need you to give me your attention. It's going to be as practical as possible. He already said that. Yes, I'm blowing my trumpet because if I don't, who will? It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Gift, for having me. Thank you for putting this together. Thank you, Master Reverse, for doing this, for making this information available to everyone who will take it seriously. So when I put out the copy for this yesterday, I told my audience, I'm not going to beg you to join. I'm not going to try to convince you, because a hungry man does not need to be begged to eat, right? So I'm bringing that here too. I'm not going to be begging you to pay attention. If you really know that 2022, 2024 is your year, not by open and empty declarations. If you know that 2024 is the year that you would break through on social media, then I need you to pay attention. You don't need any form of distraction. I suppose that you had plans to join this session today, so you must have done the work by taking away distractions. So give me your attention. I'm not going to take your time. In about 30 minutes, I'll be off your screen. Are we ready? I can't see the comments, but if you are ready, kindly drop in the comments, in the chats. Okay, I have a phone here. I'll use that to track the engagement. So if you are ready, let me know. Let me know that you are ready.
Guys, if you don't put it in the comment that you are ready, we'll just end this live stream. You know, this is not a lady that we brought here to play. So if you're not ready, so that she has a lot of valuable things to do with her time. So just put it in the comment. Say you are ready, ma. Please add a ma, because she deserves it. So please just say you're ready and let's get it rolling. If you're not interested, of course, we can end this live stream and say, oh, thank you so much, Chinaza Favour. We so appreciate you, but our people are not ready. Let's reschedule this for 2027. And then maybe in 2027, we can still get Chinaza Favour to come out of our busy schedule to talk with us. But just put it in the comments that you are ready.
I know they are ready. I know they are ready. I know they are ready. All right. Let's get this started. So I'll be taking you on the practical strategies you need to break through online. I don't know what the title I was given says in actuality, but this is what I'm going to be teaching you. What you need to grow online next year. Okay? But I'm giving it, how to go viral on social media. I say, hi, let's bring this down. Let's come home. Let's come home. I don't know which one is virality or which one is viral. I know how to build a sustainable brand online, and that's what I'm going to be teaching you. Okay, so first things first. First things first, you have to understand that social media is for everybody. It is a world of its own. And we are all citizens. As long as you have an account on a social media platform, you have every right to everything that is going on social media. You have every right to use every feature on every platform you signed up to or with or on. So get that into your head. Social media is not for a select few. You see all this popularity. It is not limited to Chinaza Favour. having following is not limited to Chinaza Favour. Having millions of following is not limited to Kylie Jenner or limited to a certain few. No, anybody. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anybody on social media can grow. Anybody. And the good thing is social media is the leveler. You've heard this a lot of times, but I'm going to break it down to you. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, whether you are a daughter of $40 or you're a daughter of a farmer from an unknown village, you can be great on social media. You can go viral on social media. You can build a brand that is reputable on social media. And the good thing also is that regardless of where you are coming from, we all have the same starting point. Everybody opens an account with 0 followers. And the people that already have friends that once they open, they say, go and follow me. Go and let it be that I have some people. Yeah. So that my account will not be empty now. So the friends will go and follow them just for friendship's sake. But on a general level, on a general basis, social media is a level that we all open accounts with 0 followers, with 0 friends. It is as we start doing the right things, creating content and doing other things, that we start to grow. So get this at the back of your mind, that anybody can be successful on social media. In fact, anybody should be successful on social media, regardless of what they do, where they come from, if they will apply what I'll be sharing with you today. Okay. Now, another thing I also want you to bear in mind is that more is within your control than outside of your control. Okay, more is within your control than outside your control. But we always pay attention to the things that are outside our control and forget the things that we can actually control. What do I mean by this? You are not in control of what people post. You're not in control of the contents that people will be sharing on social media, but you are in control of what you see. Because when people say, oh, social media is so toxic, it's so this, I cannot relate. Why? Because I have curated my feed. I know whose posts I want to see. I know who are on my favorite list. And when social media, these platforms try to, show me what I'm not interested in, I click not interested. Show less of this, right? So you are in control of a lot of things than you are not in control of very few things. Keep this in mind as we journey on. So what do I have for you today? The first thing I have for you is what you do with yourself is more important. Okay, is the foundation of what you're going to do online. What you do in yourself. What do I mean by that? The you factor is important, is more important than the platforms and the strategies you'll be utilizing. The you factor, the you in this whole thing is more important than platforms and strategies. Now, you want to grow on social media. It's a very good desire. You want to blow on social media. You want to have a brand that people pay attention to, people take seriously, right? You want to have lots of following, because whether you like it or not, actually, the number of following you have can lend a sort of credibility to your brand. So it is only normal to want more following on social media. However, you must pay attention to you before you pay attention to tools and platforms. You must do what? Pay attention to you before you pay attention to tools and platforms. And I'm going to be dwelling more on the you factor. I'll talk a little bit about tools and strategies, but I'm going to be dwelling more on the you factor. What do I mean by this? Who are you? Who are you? People would send me messages all the time. I love what you do. I want to be like you. And I'm like, sorry about that. I don't know why my phone keeps going off on its own without my permission. Such disrespect. Anyways, the show has to go forward and go on. So when people send me those kinds of messages, who are you? That's the question I ask them. I want to be a great writer. I'll be a great public speaker. I want to have lots of following on social media. The question is, what do you want to write about? Writing is not, like I teach my students, writing is more a tool of expression than it is an end in itself. It's a means to an end than it is an end in itself. All right? So what do you want to write about? What do you want to be known as a public speaker for? Why do you want to have lots of following? What should people have in mind when they hear your name, when they hear your brand's name? Who are you? Have you even defined that? Because the truth is, if you don't know who you are and what you stand for, you will be caught in the heap. Everything will start looking like what you should do. Every niche will start looking like what you should explore. There's something I used to say, if you don't have a destination, every bus stop will look like it for you or to you. Like you don't know where you are going. Everywhere you go to, every bus stop will look like it for you. Or let's say you're in a journey, but you don't know where you're going to. Or you pass several cities, right? However, because you don't know where you're going, when you get to a particular beautiful city, you'll be like, this is it, this is where I'm staying. But that's not where you're supposed to go. Where you are going is a lot more beautiful than where you currently can see. But because you are not aware of where it is that you are going, you settle, you copy, you imitate in the name of you inspire me or I'm inspired. So first things first, who are you? Who are you? What do you stand for? What is your brand supposed to be known for? If you don't define this for yourself, difficult for you to grow on social media. It will be difficult unless you want to go into the entertainment industry where you can do anything and it goes. As far as you want to grow for something reputable, something intellectual, you have to define. Maybe not niche down too much, but have a clear understanding of what your social media to do, the message you want to share. All right, let's take that out of the way. In 2024, you must understand that there will be lots of content creators. There will be what? A lot of content creators. You think we have content creators in 2023? You've seen nothing yet. So there's money in this content creation. If I can just build a following, I'll be able to get money, be paid to advertise and all that. There will be lots of content creators. The question here is, what would differentiate you from the rest? What will set you apart from the rest? And it's not just so much about what you say, but how you are saying it. Because we've taken that out of the way that you know what to say. But you must understand also that whatever it is that you are saying, there are thousands of others that will be saying the same. Yes. No matter what it is, no matter what niche, no matter what industry, there will be thousands of other people who will be doing what you are doing. The question is, why should people pay more attention to you? Why should people pay more attention to you? Two coaches can selling a course. Why are people paying for this other coach's course more? What is it about them? Is it their charisma? Is it their communication skill? What is it? The question I'm asking you is, what is it about you that will set you apart in your niche, in your industry? Because when we say this growing on social media, people are looking for something different, something new, something different, something new, right? What is unique about you? What is your advantage? You see this thing I have on my head, this hair, it is an unfair advantage I have. It is physical, but I utilize it to draw people to my intellectual prowess, to my intellectual ability. I post pictures of me, my afro hair, and it drags them. I'm beautiful. I take nice pictures, I post them. People are, oh wow, who is this fine girl? They visit me, they visit my profile, and they're hooked. I have understood that I am made physically, so I have to utilize that to my advantage. I have to milk that advantage. What is yours? Do you speak fluently? Can you utilize that to your advantage? So many public speakers see me now. I don't know how to do supre. I don't know how to. But at least I can communicate my thoughts very effectively. But people are more inclined to those who can speak like Americaners. If you can speak that way, utilize it. I understand. People are going to tell you, you are forming. If you know that is the way you talk, or you have built yourself to the point where you can speak fast, pronounce words accurately, beautifully, articulate your thoughts, please capitalize on it. Don't mind what people are going to say. Milk that ability. The way I write is unique. You can always spot my write-ups anywhere. It is my own way of expression. It is authentic to me. That takes me to the next point, which is authenticity. How original is your content? I'm so sorry about this on and off. So sorry. I don't know what's going on, but let's continue. How authentic is your content? How authentic is your expression? You cannot go viral doing the thing that every other person is doing. You cannot build or command influence if it's the same thing every time. Do you get me? It does not matter what you're talking about, it matters. But the way you talk about it matters a lot. People tell me all the time, Chinaza, my goodness, I love the way you write. It is so relatable. It's intentional because I identify as human first. So when I write my content, I write from the place of my humanness. I connect deeply to my inner person, inner being, and write. And when I'm done writing, as I'm writing, I know I'm connecting. So when the person is reading that article, they can hear me in their souls. And I can effect the change I want because I've gotten them, I've drawn them into the realm I want them to be in. So what is unique about you? What is unique about your expression? You must be authentic in your expression if you want to build following that is reputable. See, a lot of people have following, but their following is rubbish. Sorry to say. So people build lots of following, shaking their behinds. Some build lots of following, eating like they're going to die the next minute. Some build lots of following just doing things that don't make sense. And those ones, their following increase quite rapidly. But in your own case, I want to sincerely believe that you are someone who has sense and you want to build a following that you can be proud of. You have to build a loyal following, because one thing that people miss when we talk of this growing online, they think it's just about the numbers. No, it's not just about the numbers. In fact, you must understand that the numbers are human beings. So when you are thinking of getting numbers, you know that these are human beings connecting to your brand, and you must connect with them in a way that they understand. That way, you build a following that is loyal to your brand. I have people who have been following me since 2015. Yes, since 2015. That is about 8 years now. 2015. And some of them still comment like, I've been following you and it is an honor to watch you progress. They've watched me grow. Why are they still here? And none of them is here for spite's sake. I mean, you can't hate somebody for that long. Well, it's possible, but you can't hate someone that deeply for that long. Anyone that has followed you for 8 years and still, follows closely must have found something in you that is different. I have people who have been following me for the past 6 years, the past 5 years, the past 4 years, and they are still actively following. They tell people about my brand, just go and follow Chinaza Favour. Do you know how many people are following me because their pastors recommended me? Their youth pastors recommended me. Their fathers recommended me. Their mentors recommended me. Their teacher or their lecturers recommended me. Like, why would they recommend me? Because of not just the content I share, but how I share the content. I don't plagiarize anybody's work. Do you see that I've not even got into strategies? I'm still talking about you, the work you have to do if you must build a brand and a following that stands the test of time. You don't want to start building castles in the air. It'll crash. You don't want to build your castle on sand. It'll crash. It will crash. What you want to do is to build your castle, build your mansion on a rock. And that rock is your solid foundation. The understanding of who you are, the understanding of your brand message, your brand values, the understanding that authenticity is what helps you remain relevant in the long term, in the long run. That is how I personally have remained relevant. So how do you still remain relevant like this? The last time I saw your content, it was 2 years ago. I came back and you've grown massively. How do you do it? What is it that you are doing? I said, I'm just being myself. I remember when I decided to spread my wings to Instagram. That was last year, January. In fact, before that time, I didn't even want to go on Instagram because the few times I've been there, the few times I was there, it was as if life is perfect on Instagram, and my life is not perfect. So why should I now go and be given the illusion that my life is perfect? Everyone had the perfect photo background, the best quality cameras, the best quality pictures and videos. It was suffocating. So I ran away from Instagram for the longest time, just for that reason. But last year I said, you know what? Let me just do this. What's the worst that can happen? I started posting. I picked my best content from Facebook. I was posting. In 1 month, I got 10,000 followers. Like 10,000. It was crazy. Why? It was as if this girl is a breath of fresh air. This does not mean you have to post with rubbish background. No, but I'm somebody who connects. I'm someone who is as human as every other person, and I make it a duty to communicate that in my content. So I don't aim for perfection. I don't. It is how I am that I show up. And then not just the pictures, but the stories, the written content I attach to the pictures. They can read this and they say, wow, this is different. This is a human being. That is how I connect with people. That is how I've been able to stay relevant. So no matter what you're doing, get the you factor straight. Another part of the you factor that is not usually talked about is discipline. Discipline. You want to grow social media, but you don't have the discipline to create strategies that will work for your brand. You don't have the discipline to sit your ass down and write content. You don't have the discipline to create the videos. You don't have the discipline to remain consistent. How do you want to grow? It is not magic. It is not miracle. It is not grace. There's that factor, but grace rewards diligence. You get me? So you must pay attention to yourself. What is your ethic? What are your work ethics? What are your values? As a brand, how disciplined are you to follow through with the strategies I'll be sharing with you? Because this game is not for the weak. It is not for the lazy. It is not for the uninformed. But some people are informed, but they are too lazy to execute and to implement. Some people are lazy, right? Some people are not lazy, but they are not informed. That is really bad. But imagine when somebody is lazy and uninformed at the same time. And the worst curses is knowing what to do and not doing it. You know that you are the cause of your downfall and you're not doing anything about it. The Bible says you are of all men was miserable. Well, that's not you that the Bible was talking about in that context, but I just took that part to buttress my point. You are of all men was most miserable because you know what to do, you know what to apply, but you are not disciplined enough to follow through with what you need to do. And so your brand is where it is. People come to visit you next year and you are still where you were to this year. So away from being disciplined and being authentic in your expression, away from being disciplined and being authentic in your expression, you must pay attention, you must listen. One of the greatest gifts you will give to yourself as a visionary is the gift of vision and the gift of discernment. And discernment is about listening, paying attention, watching. In 2020, a lot of trends are going to come up. They're going to come up, right? But your power lies in your ability to discern the times, discern what is coming, and positioning yourself for what is going to come. Discernment. You cannot leave matters of destiny to chance. You cannot leave matters that concern your growth on social media to chance. No, you have to be proactive. You have to be disciplined. You have to be foresighted. You have to see long term. Okay, so let's get away from that. I do not have enough time on my hands. What are the tools that you need? Okay, what are the tools that you need to grow online and be successful? What are the strategies that you need to grow online and be successful? The first one is visibility. Okay, visibility. But before we talk about visibility, let's talk about what you can do on your own before you start looking for visibility. So first of all, have a content strategy. Okay, have a plan for your brand. That's why I talked about foresight and visionary and being visionary. Have a plan for your brand. Have a goal for your brand. Okay, what do I want to achieve? Based on what you want to achieve, you can create a content strategy. You can create a content strategy that says, okay, this is the kind of content I want to create. This is when I need to get the product created. This is when I'm going to post, right? These are the days I'm going to post. What is your content strategy? Many of us do not have content strategies. We're just bringing this, but it's not sustainable. You want your brand to have some sort of predictability to your audience, not them seeing what is coming, what you're planning, no, but knowing that, okay, by this time or this time, this person is posting about this or not. You have to have a content strategy. The brands that do the best are brands that are consistent with their content strategies. I do not have a very solid content strategy because of the many things I'm doing. So I'm not able to stick to one content strategy, and I can afford to not have a content strategy at this point because I've grown. I've gotten to a point in my growth journey on social media, so I can afford to not have a content strategy as long as I am consistent in posting. But you are coming up. You cannot look at me and say Chinaza does not even post on Mondays. There was a time I was posting every Monday and Thursdays. I was doing honest conversation on Thursdays, right? I don't know if anybody knows me from that time. There was a time I was posting certain things. I think I had Health Tuesday even at certain points. I had a content strategy. I was working hard to stick to them. Okay, so have a content strategy for your brand. These are not the things that will blow you up. These are the things that will help you get grounded. Get grounded so that if peradventure or when you eventually blow up, your brand blows up, you have a solid foundation that can carry the weight of that fame and popularity that you've just gotten. This is very, very important, please. So have a content strategy. How often can you post? How often can you post? Because when people hear consistency, they think it is posting all the time. However, consistency simply means the frequency that you can sustain. Consistency means what? The frequency that you can sustain. Can you post weekly? Can you post bi-weekly? Can you post every day? Some people I know post 10 times, 20 times a day. I don't post every day. I don't even post every 2 days. Sometimes I don't even post in 3 days or 4 days. But the people I know who post up to 20 times every day, they can afford to do that. Don't look at them and say this is what works. Yes, you should create more content because you don't know which one will do well and which one will not do well. But make sure that the consistency that you're putting in place, or that the frequency you are choosing to create your content, is the frequency you can sustain. It's like somebody wanting to keep fit, and you see people going to the gym morning and evening, and you are a newbie. You want to go to the gym, you want to keep fit, and you're going morning and evening, and you're carrying all the weights that other people are carrying. You're going to break down. But if you know yourself, you're just starting, you can afford to go once a week. You can afford, okay, if you're going every day, you can afford to lift certain weights, or You can afford to run every day. You can afford to jog every day. You can afford to do maybe squats every day. You just have to know what works for you, okay, and stick to it. Not trying out everything. Know what works for you and for your brand, and stick to it, okay. Another one that you need to pay attention to is the kind of content you create. Based on the platform that you are looking to build your following on, what kinds of content do the best, perform best in those, on those platforms. You cannot say you are a writer, and you are looking to build a brand on on Instagram. You cannot say you are doing that. If you want to build a brand or a following on Instagram, what you want to do is to look at the kind of content or the content formats that work for each platform. For Instagram, it's a very visual platform, so you want to not just pictures, videos. For Facebook, you can afford to write and post your pictures. Even without pictures, you can afford to grow on Facebook if you are a very intellectual writer. Okay, you want to grow on TikTok. You don't know how to create engaging videos that will keep these Gen Zs hooked on their screens. You have not started. So know what contents work best on each platform and stick to it. You can always adapt your content for each format. Let's say you want to build on Facebook and on Instagram too. Write on Facebook, create videos for that same content on or for Instagram and post. They're going to do well. All right. One of the things I'm rounding off, I should be done in the next 5 minutes. Okay. One of the things that you want to do for visibility's sake is to collaborate. Okay, collaborate. I'm not talking of collaborating with influencers. That is good. I'm still coming to that. Collaborate with your friends. Collaborate with the people in your level. Because the mistake a lot of people make is that they look for influencers to collaborate with, and you're not coming with money. So they build their platform just to showcase you. No, now it doesn't work that way. And you're not coming with value. So they should just showcase you on the platform and hear God bless you or thank you from you. No. Start from where you are. Collaborate. Look at the people that have sense in your circle and collaborate. Let their audience share your audience. Show yourselves to your audience. This is going to help you to grow. All right. Another one you can do with the influencers now is generally to have a notoriety budget. That's what Junobidi calls it. A notoriety budget. A budget that you want to use to put yourself in front of the right people, your brand, what you do, in front of the right people. And who are the right people? Maybe influencers that have the audience that you're looking to draw to your own brand to. You pay them to, collaborate with you, maybe host you on their platform or post about your products and all that. All right? You pay them to host you on their platforms and all that. You pay Facebook or Instagram to run ads. Some of you don't want to spend money and you want to grow. No, sometimes it's not organic growth that you need. If you wait for organic growth, you might wait for a long time. When I started on Instagram, what I did not mention was that I ran ads twice. The first two posts, the first 2 times actually, I ran ads. Those ads did well, but the posts I made after those ads did even better. But I had already kind of showcased my product, my thoughts to the right people. So when they came across my content the next time, it was easy for them to connect with me. And my followers count was increasing. Okay, pay attention to this and join communities. This cannot be overemphasized. How many people will even know you? You are still coming up. Nobody knows you that much. But you can join communities and get yourself to be noticed. There are so many communities, no matter what niche you are in, no matter what industry you are in, you can be a part of a community. Check Facebook, check Telegram, check WhatsApp. There must be communities around what you do. Join those communities, share valuable insights, engage with the contents of other community members intelligently. And when you do these things, people are going to see you now. They're going to take note of what you're doing and go out to check your content on your timeline. Okay, look out for influencers also. This is one, you don't have to pay money for this one. Look out for influencers who have large following and drop intelligent comments on their posts. Put them on see first. Influencers that you are interested in, that have your target audience, put them on your see first, so that when they post, you're one of the people to see their posts first. And then you go through their posts, not commenting nice one. No, stop it. Let it end this year. Let it end now. Those nice one comments, stop it. Read their content and try to understand what their videos, try to understand. You might need to pick out maybe one line or two from what they shared, or one paragraph, and elaborate more. Share your thoughts, give your input, intelligently. When others come to read that post, those association like me, they're going to read comments and they're going to check out the best comments, the best commenters. And of course, when you're already posting valuable content on your timeline, it is easy for these people to see you also as someone valuable. You don't want to be commenting intelligently on people's posts and your timeline is like a dead zone, especially on Facebook, where people can host crusades. They will post and tag you and 99 others, and it lands on your social media handle. No, this is the year to sanitize. This is the moment to sanitize your social media handles. Okay, all those profile pictures that don't make sense, that we're taking with your Nokia C1, go and change it. Okay, this one is not making do with what you have. No, you are intentionally building a brand here. You don't have to look exactly like what you are. Go and take good studio picture and upload. Change your cover photo that is a picture of your background, of your backyard. Change it. Do something beautiful and post there. When you make posts on social media, use good pictures, because visuals sell. They sell. And you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. Do you get me? So sanitize your profile, because even when you want to collaborate with anybody, they want to check you out on social media and see what you are doing. So add value, do the work on your profile, so that when you go out to maybe run ads, collaborate, comment on communities, or on influence, or engage in influencers posts, they will have something substantial to meet when they come to your platform. Okay, those are what have worked for me over the years. Right now, I'm more like I'm on autopilot. But when I have the chance and I comment on the contents of influencers, I get up to 2,000 follows in one day. Like, that's crazy. In one day. Okay, so it works. Everything I've shared with you are the things that have worked for me over the years.